My name is Neill McLoughlin. I'm the Technology Transfer Manager at Dundalk Institute of Technology in Ireland. My role as a Technology Transfer Manager works in both ways. Internally focused, I look at the research that we are doing in the college with a primary focus to see A, how we protect it, but B, how do we actually ensure that it can actually find its way out into industry in the region. My externally focused role is to look at how do we actually work with companies in terms of innovation, in terms of business development, and how they can actually work and collaborate with academics in the college. The way we facilitate this is on two levels. We promote internally to the academics the benefits of keeping current in their discipline and by working with companies on interesting projects, and this can be at many different levels. For example, on student projects, of which there's always a need, this is a great way for companies to actually initially engage with the college and for the academics to actually get a good understanding of what the company's needs are and what they're looking to achieve. My role is to actually see how we match all these relationships up and to organise industry days to actually bring companies into the college to explain to them all that is going on in the college, because while they may be neighbours in the area, they may not actually understand the breadth of technologies that we are currently working on, or the research interests that the academics have, or the research centres. This is all it's very dynamic in the sense that things come up as unforeseen, and we're always looking to see where we can actually add value. Within the campus, I work within the incubation centre, so we also have the great experience of working with startup companies and companies who are in their initial stages of their growth. This gives us a great insight into the pitfalls and the challenges that companies have in terms of starting up, working on innovation, and how they actually make the most of it to grow their companies. So we can actually transfer that knowledge onto other startup companies in terms of lessons learned, things that worked or things that didn't work, and also we get a better understanding then of how to match academics with such companies. In terms of the benefits, as we see, we certainly see that what we would explain to companies is that we need to manage expectations about what can be achieved by working with an institution of education. Clearly, one of our biggest things is we try to manage the expectations that they have, and that effectively to explain to them that we work on different time frames. Industry works on one time frame, which tends to be a lot shorter. Academics, we tend to see things over a longer term frame. And this can lead to, if it's not understood well, can lead to difficulties between people's understanding of what they were expecting to achieve from different projects. and it's an interesting area for long discussions about what we're really trying to achieve. What we believe that the academics bring to it is a different way of looking at things. That different way of opinion, sometimes within small startup companies, naturally enough, it's limited by its resources, so therefore they're not like a big organisation where they have many different people from different disciplines who can bring different opinions, different ways of looking at problems or looking for solutions. And we see this as a great opportunity for companies to work with academics and to get a different input into their problem or even their solution. We find also that one of the interesting things is actually working with a company to show to them that what they're trying to do won't work. And this may seem negative, but in some ways it can save companies an awful lot of bother in terms of early identifying things that aren't actually going to work or going to benefit them. And a lot of cases, also from looking at their business plans and business developments, what we find is that we have amassed a body of knowledge ourselves and experience from working with companies, that sometimes it's the questions, it's what's not in the business plan that's important. Or sometimes people, they don't think about something fully. So sometimes we don't have all the answers. We're not trying to give them all the answers, but sometimes what's important is we ask them questions that they may not have considered. Simple things like people would say, well, my business is to make this product and sell it. And we'd say, well, is that really your business? Are you selling a product? Are you giving away the product and selling a service? Why not lease the product? Do you really need to make a product at all? And sometimes people are so focused on their own idea that they need somebody else to come from outside to actually make them stop and think and rethink. And it's a constant iteration, which is what business development is all about. And that's really all the work that we do.